Hi, I wanted to welcome you to the Divorce Planning Podcast. I'm Carri Goldring, and I'm in the mortgage business, and I do planning pre-divorce for people who are either going to refinance their home, do an equity buyout, or plan to purchase a new home and make sure that everything in the divorce decree is worded properly and the numbers in the planning is taken care of so that you can go through the underwriting process smoothly. And I would like to introduce you to other people who are interested in the divorce planning process so you can get a real education of what's involved. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, I want to welcome you back to the Divorce Planning Podcast. And today I have with me Rebecca Abel and Kevin Chupack. And the three of us have been working on a nonprofit called the Women's Divorce Resource Circle, which has been really a vision of Rebecca's. And then I thought maybe you could tell us a little bit of how this all came about and just let people know what it is.
Well, years ago, when I was going through a divorce, having even a large base of financial knowledge, I realized there were so many gaps in terms of education, support, and resources for women going through divorce. And at the time, I worked in my financial planning practice helping women in divorce, but I realized that there was an additional need for community support. And so back in 2012, I co-founded an organization called the Women's Divorce Resource Center. And I ran it for several years and then took a break from it back in 2017. And then just recently with collaborating with both of you, Kevin and Carri, we decided to reopen it as the need continues to be there for divorce education, divorce support, and this community resource. And so really excited to have this available again and to be working with both of you on it.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice. And I have the same kind of story being in the divorce mortgage business and then going through my divorce and realizing there was a whole lot missing, even though I was helping divorce people through the process. And I think you and I kind of went through it, Rebecca, at the same time where I was helping you, you were helping me. We're like, oh my God, there's big holes.
Absolutely.
Not to mention the attorney aspect and the emotional aspect. And this just kind of really brings that education of explaining why you need a village to do what you do. And Kevin, what about you?
Rebecca came to me with this idea and I was very interested. I love what I do for a living, and the opportunity to help and teach is really what I like to do more than anything, and help people understand their options, helping people understand this is what's available, this is what can help, and what some of the pitfalls are. And I would much rather work with somebody is willing to and wants to understand and be taught kind of, the whole process, and really makes it a lot easier in terms of what I do for a living. So like I said, when Rebecca came to me with this opportunity, I thought it was a great idea, and I couldn't wait to help her start this up, the resource circle with her. So yeah, that's kind of why I jumped in.
That's awesome. And then so we've started creating these workshops where we've had an attorney come in and explain all the different types of divorce. And then either Kevin, you or Rebecca have come in and talked about the financial aspects of divorce and talk about why all assets are not created equal and what equitable division means. And I get to speak a little bit when you guys are doing your education piece about the mortgage part and the credit and how different income qualifies someone for a mortgage than maybe qualifies someone to pay or receive support. And then we've had the privilege of having someone come in and discuss the mental health piece, which is so very important. And I know we've kind of talked about maybe doing some other talks and groups and workshops, but we haven't really nailed those down yet. But I know we want to expand on that.
Yeah, I think there's a huge need for divorce support in addition to education. And that was one one thing that I did the last time around when I was running this nonprofit is we did have a support group that was not so much an emotional support group, but it was kind of a life support group to help empower women to make changes in their life post-divorce, and just kind of looking forward and having a group to just start figuring out best steps for moving forward with. And so that is something we're looking to put into place for the fall. And really, I see this organization as being something that has community ways to connect with others going through the same thing in the community, having education on lots of different topics, whether it's divorce and parenting, divorce and finance, divorce and, getting your life back in order in terms of goals. So I just think that there are so many different things that I'd love to collaborate with the two of you and put together and have as resources.
Right.
So I'm
I
excited
agree.
about
And
it.
sometimes it's as simple as we have worked with people who have never opened their own bank account before, or who have never had their own credit before, don't even understand how to obtain a good credit score, or what's the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA. So just to give us that opportunity to educate people. And really, I guess even if you're not going through divorce, it's always good to have that basic knowledge, because we don't get to learn it in school unless that's going to become your career.
And I think it's a work in progress. And I think throughout, through time, checking out our website and going on our website, we'll have more events and more meetings and groups and see what people are looking for. Questions and comments are appreciated, because we can help make sure we're providing the support that is needed. And I think also, like I said, questions. If you have any questions for any of us, we're here to help. We're doing this because we love what we do, and we're here to, like I said, we're here to help and answer any questions you might have.
Right. And we'll take suggestions for workshops
Absolutely.
too, because if we get a lot of suggestions for the same topic, then obviously it's a need out there that we need to tackle. So our website is women's with an S drc.com. And that's where we're going to list our workshops, and you can get information and contact information on Rebecca and Kevin and myself. And any closing comments that either of you want to add?
We're just excited to get this going, and it is a work in progress. And just keep bringing suggestions or any questions you have, so we can, try to fulfill the needs out there.
Wonderful. Well, I thank you both for coming on and talking about this. I just think it's really important, and the more we can get the word out, the better.
Thank you, Carrie, for hosting.
Thank you, Carrie.
I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I'm Carri Goldring, and if you ever have any questions regarding mortgage, feel free to give me a call or send me a text message, 248-420-4524. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.